And then I think to kind of take care of our audience, I wanted to follow the Misconnections duet with that trio of like the synergy, the you know, the ebb and flow, but in a filter that's not like we're doomed.
Right. So it's not like a story, it's like vignettes of things that are happening.
Yeah.
So in terms of
vignettes for sure.
So in terms of like the music of it, it's not like, it seems like it's not like, okay, here's a theme and then the theme gets developed. It seems like it's like thing, 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 thing. Is that sort of accurate? Or would you rather have it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Because the dances, like, you know, like Pixar shorts. It seems like, here's a Pixar short, here's another Pixar short, here's another Pixar short, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's not like one Pixar short. It's more like multiple ones.
Because that's just, like, kind of what I got. And it's, like, cool that they have... It's like a compilation.
Yeah, there's that through line.
So the through line, they all have to do with the same thing, right? And that it's starting simple and getting more complicated.
Yeah.
But that was my biggest question is like, I think that if you don't want it to like read as a story, we should make them all... Because it's not a story, right? No. It's like this...
You know what?
You know what I'm saying?
And, I mean, I'm thinking of, like, stories that have that, like, fragmented kind of nature, and then it kind of all ties together at the very end. And, like, movies like Love Actually, or what's that one show that's on that everyone's just, like, sobbing over?
This Is Us.
Where it's, like, it's all... vignettes of people's lives in separate situations, and you realize how woven together they all are.
Yeah.
So does that help with
that? Helps. And
creating a more of a through line? And
well, because like I mean, it can go either way. Like it can, you know, you can just use like the same types of harmony. Like you can. It doesn't have to be like, okay, here's the theme. Then the theme gets more complicated. Then we're more, you know, like it can be like, here's a vignette. And they're all obviously like related musically, but it doesn't have to be like a through line per se, unless, because I don't know, especially if you're using, the other thing is, since you're using only 3 dancers,
I could use 4 myself.
They're gonna, it's not gonna read as like different people. They're gonna like come back to the same
people are gonna be like, oh, why is that guy doing that?
So I think that, and that's totally fine, but you should like assign who's doing what dance
to make sure
that it tracks, and then I can be like, okay, well here's like Matt's doing this, and then think about like, okay, well here's the Matt storyline going through.
You know, that does make I like that, because people like just thinking about those like This Is Us or that kind of thing, like there aren't like 18 characters, there's maybe like 5, and those 5 characters have 5 different stories that can come together in a really like neat way. And I do think that like Pixar would do something like that too, where you see like you follow 2 different characters and they go about their day and all of a sudden they're together. And so I think we're doing that on like a medium scale. Like we're not doing it to the extent of like what's it called? Love Actually, but we're not doing it to the extent of just like 2 people.
Right.